My name's Aaron Massey from MrFixItDIY.com, and welcome back to another episode of Homeschooled. For today's project, I'm going to show you how to cool down your workshop. Over the winter, you may remember I installed a heater in the workshop, and while that's great for the 2 months of the year I actually need it in Southern California, the rest of the year, the shop gets unbearably hot. So today I'm going to show you a couple steps I took to cool down the workshop so that I can make it comfortable to work in year-round. I rate these projects by how many F-bombs you're likely to drop while tackling the project. This one isn't too f***ing difficult, but it takes a little bit of time and some basic tools to knock it out. Step one in this project is going to be installing a portable air conditioning unit in the shop. My friends at NewAir sent me their 14,000 BTU portable unit to install. If you're also in the market for a portable air conditioning unit, make sure you stick around to the end of the video for a promo code to get 20% off this same unit. This is a direct vent unit that requires either a window or a wall space to vent it. The only problem is, with my new cabinets and layout, I no longer have a window in the shop, and there's only one small space near the garage door that I can actually install it. Fortunately, after doing a quick test, it can just squeeze in there and leave the garage door functional. If it were any bigger, I wouldn't be able to push the unit back. This unit comes with a 6-inch vent hose and wall adapter, which requires drilling a 6-inch hole in the exterior wall. The biggest hole saw I had was 4¼ inches, so I went and picked up a 6-inch hole saw for 40 bucks. These are also really useful for drilling ceilings to install recessed lighting, so I'm sure I'll use it again at some point. If you don't want to spend the money, you could probably use a jigsaw to cut the hole, but it'll be a little bit harder. A quick note that anytime you're going to be drilling through a wall, make sure you know what is inside it so you don't risk hitting any electrical or plumbing. I've gutted these walls recently, so I know there's nothing running in this area. Also, if you're going to be using a big hole saw like this, remember to put your side handle on your drill or be prepared for it to kick your ass when the blade bites and torques on you. I know this because I forgot to put it on at first and quickly remembered. Starting with the exterior wall, measure and drill where you want your vent to be and drill through your wall covering. Once you've gone through, continue the pilot hole through the inside wall and then come around to the inside and drill in the opposite direction. Next, attach the wall adapter to the exterior by adding a bead of exterior sealant around the collar and then attach it with screws. From there, you can feed the hose through and thread it onto the adapter. Feed a little more than you need into the adapter because when you thread it onto the back of the AC unit, you'll spin it back in the opposite direction. You could also thread the hose onto the adapter before attaching the adapter into the wall if you wanted to. Next, I added a little spray foam insulation around the vent hose to make sure it was nice and airtight, and added some foil tape to the back of the machine to help secure the hose in place because I'll be pulling the unit in and out from time to time. The unit came with a cap for the wall adapter, but I don't want to have to pull the cap on and off whenever I want to use the thing, so I grabbed a dryer vent cover from Lowe's and installed it. This will help keep the lizards and critters from crawling in it when it's not in use. Lastly, I can just plug in the unit and fire it up. On first impression, this thing cranks a ton of air, so it'll definitely help cool the shop down a little bit. My shop is only about 300 square feet, so the size of this unit should be more than enough. However, with the garage door as is, the air can easily escape and the heat can radiate in through the garage door. So the second part of cooling down the shop is to insulate the garage door. First, I measured the panels on the garage door, and then I picked up some 4x8 sheets of this 1.5-inch thick Artec rigid foam insulation. I sliced them down the middle and folded them in half so that I could fit them in my SUV. They do sell some pre-made garage insulation kits, but they wouldn't work for my door because my panels are actually wider and there's only 3 of them instead of 4. One side of the foam has a reflective coating on it. This side will be installed against the garage door to help reflect heat back away from the inside. So next, I measured and cut the panels with a razor blade. You could use a circular saw or bandsaw or something for this as well, but I found it pretty easy to just deeply score one side, then snap the foam and cut the other side like you would with drywall. I had to remove the garage door struts on my door so I could get the foam installed. I worked my way one row at a time, reinstalling the strut for that row before moving on to the next. It was just a matter of working my way all the way up to the top, and it took about an hour. I chose to black out the windows in the top of my door for a couple reasons, but you could cut around the windows if you have them in your door. I did pick up some foam board adhesive to attach the pieces in place, but honestly, I made the pieces such a tight fit that I didn't end up using it. If you do end up needing something, this power grab from Loctite is a great option. So that's it. That's how I plan to help keep the shop cool moving forward. Obviously, with the giant garage door opening, nothing will be perfect, but this will drastically help keep the shop cool enough to work in and record these videos because it gets really hot with these lights on. I want to say a quick thank you to NewAir for sending over the unit I installed in this video, and if you are in the market for something similar for your house or workshop, I encourage you to check out this model. It's the AC14100E, and if you would like to purchase one, you can use my promo code MrFixit for 20% off at the link in the description down below. It's relatively easy to install, pumps a ton of air, and is pretty quiet for the size of the unit. Plus, it kind of reminds me of R2-D2, which is awesome. If you like this video, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And if you'd like to check out more of my DIY workshop or home improvement projects, you can always visit my website at MrFixitDIY.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.